All right, we're going to be going over the audio settings that I have here for Black Ops 6 / Warzone. This is probably the best settings I have for you guys. Not using Artist War or any type of tune, just pretty much using loudness EQ. This is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be going into sounds. At the bottom right of your PC, sounds, playback. Go down to whatever default you have, speakers. I have it as speakers for me. And then I'm going to move on to enhancements. Go to loudness equalization. You want to make sure it's checked. Settings. And then move it to short. It's going to be in the middle. You want to be moving it to the left side. Now, press apply. Okay. Boom. And then you're done with that part. Now we're going to be moving on to the actual game itself. So my audio settings are going to be... My master game volume is at 40 only because I do play on max volume on my Go XLR. So you guys can adjust and play around with that. It doesn't really matter. And then we have enhanced headphones mode on. And enhanced headphones mode, obviously, if you guys want that. If you guys want to pay $20, go ahead. But I'm not playing for this shit game, I'll be honest. We have audio mix, sucker punch, mono audio, we have it off. And then the other thing we do have is hearing compensation. We do definitely want to turn those on. And then we have another one is reduce tinnitus sounds, the flashbangs, all that stuff. Those things are way too loud in the game. Then going to the actual things that you guys actually need to change is going to be the frequencies. So these are my frequencies. You could copy these for both left and right. I'm not going to go through them because it does make a sound. Make sure you guys tap in on those. Now those are my audio settings for Black Ops 6 and Warzone. Hope you guys find it helpful. So tap in, tap in. All right, we're going to be going over the controller settings. I do play claw, so whatever you guys do, I do play default. So just go off the settings that you guys prefer, not necessarily mine, because I do play claw and I play default. I do play on 6.6, horizontal stick sensitivity, vertical 6.6. I do play with bumpers, so have it off. Controller vibration, obviously you got to have it off. I honestly think it messes up your aim whenever you have it on. Now moving on to dead zones, I do play on 1, 65, 5, and then 99. Left triggers, right trigger on 0. And then aiming, you're going to go over to target aim assist, ADS aim assist on. Aiming advanced, you want to be changing the aim response curve to dynamic, especially at 1.0. And then some people do have this on instant, but I personally do like this one better than the instant just because it feels more natural compared to this one. Now moving on to movement. Here's the biggest thing with movement, just because we have omni movement. We do want to have tactical sprint assist, sprint assist delay to 0, sprint assist sideways, sprint assist backwards. We want all that good stuff. I personally turn this off. Sometimes it fucks me up just when I'm trying to auto tack sprint, so I have it off completely. You can have it on. I have crouch assist on. Corner slice is off only for Warzone. If you have it off for multiplayer, it does mess up whenever you are aiming in. So I have it on for multiplayer, but I have it off for Warzone. Slide dive behavior hybrid. If you guys aren't on hybrid already, I highly recommend moving to hybrid just because all these have a delay besides hybrid. Now sprint restore on, slide maintain sprint on, airborne mantle I have it on, parachute automatic behavior off, and then turn off mantle cancels reload. Movement advanced settings. Sorry, moving on to the movement advanced settings. This is not really much things you really have to move. No, this is just aim down sight, nothing. This is just a normal default things. If you guys want to copy it, feel free. Make sure you guys armor play behavior. This for Warzone, apply all. C4 initially all at once. Manual fire. If you guys do have like a burst gun and you guys want to change it to hold, you guys could do it just holding. It'll make it a lot easier and shoot faster. Combat advanced setting. This is a huge one right here. Sprint cancel reload. Make sure you guys turn it off just because it does mess up your gameplay whenever you are playing. So make sure you guys turn it off and it will feel a little bit more natural. Prioritize interact. Makes the game a little bit easier for me to understand when to pick up, when to reload, this and that. So that's why I have that on. All right, now moving on to graphic settings. I know a lot of people are having issues with the FPS. These are personally my game. These are my game in-game graphics. I do have a 3090 with Ryzen 9 7600, something like that. So these are my settings. I am playing on 1440 as well. You guys want to be playing on full screen exclusive. Pick obviously your 3090, whatever refresh rate. Make sure you guys have your highest refresh rate. Make sure it's not the lowest. Whatever display you guys play on. This is pretty much all the things I have. And reflex low latency, I'll have it on, and plus boost. Echo mode preset, have it on custom, which is these are my custom settings right here. I do have these also custom made right here. If you guys want to tap in, this gameplay custom frame doesn't really matter unless you have like a beefy PC and you guys are getting like 300 frames. I personally don't get 300 frames. So render resolution on 100. Upscaling and sharpening, I personally think this is the best one to have. Fidelity cast, But if you don't have a very high-end PC, it will probably take more frames. And you guys gotta make sure you guys have the strength on 100. VRAM scale, I put it at 60. I had it on 80 originally, but I started devering and having my game turn off on me, so I lowered it to 60. That's the biggest thing right there. Texture registry, I play on very low. I don't really need to see that much, I'm gonna be honest. Texture filter low, depth of field off, detail quality low, particle resolution very low, bullet impacts off. Pretty much everything here you guys could copy. Pretty much everything is on low. Motion reduction preset, you guys don't have to do any of that. But for the field of view, 120. ADS field of view affected. Weapon field of view wide. Third person 90, depending on what you guys want, whatever, don't matter. But make sure you guys do change these right here. World motion blur, weapon motion blur. And then we have per person camera movement. You do want to reduce it to at least 50%. If you have it on default, your camera is moving all over the place. So put it on 50%. That's the least for both. And inverted flashbang, if you guys want to do that, you could change it, but I personally don't have that on. We're going to be moving on to gameplay HUD right here. And then we're going to have mini maps to square. It does give you a better visual on your like corners of the actual mini map to see where people are at whenever you do need to utilize your mini map. And then we're going to be putting mini map rotation, radar off. But what this is pretty much, it covers your whole mini map and it pretty much just shows the red dots. It doesn't show the map itself, but it just shows nothing but the red dots. But that's, I feel like that's whenever you are more aware of the map and how it looks with your mini map, I recommend not putting that on. Compass type, horizontal, vehicle HUD, all that. There's not really too much of important things, but this is the main one right here, crosshair. You guys do want to change it to static. You also can change the color. If you guys want to change it to any color you guys want, feel free. I did reduce my opacity just because I don't really need to focus too much on it, just because I'm used to it. But I do have it on there. I have it at 50%, but I recommend you guys have it at 100. Center dot, I do have it on default. Largest, I personally like it nice and small, where it doesn't bother me whenever I'm looking at people, especially with distance. So I have it on default. Crosshair spread just means that it'll follow your hip fire spread compared to like staying in the middle. So this helps whenever you're trying to hit fire people and try and center on them. Crosshair down, we want to keep that on. Helps a lot. Now moving on to weapon information. Okay, so like this is the big one. I feel like with Black Ops, with the new integration, there's just so much things going on in your face and that you don't really know what to look at. So one thing you do want to keep in mind, kind of make the main ones that you really need, just make them as high as you want. Keep them at 100. Player streaks, like this, medals and notifications, I honestly don't even care about that. Like I don't need it to be popping on the right side of my screen. Player streaks, toes, all that stuff, like I don't really need it. So I'm putting everything at 50. I lower everything just because it is like I don't really need to understand other things that's going on my screen besides my mini map. You guys could play around with them if you guys want, but I lowered all these. Now moving on to my interface colors. These are what I use for the game. Feel free to copy them. I don't really have anything special besides these. World, just change these to max and then put it to both. Pretty simple, pretty easy. All right, YouTube, that was the final settings that I have for you guys, and that's what I'm using during this video. So appreciate you guys. Don't know what the fuck going on, but I'm hacking. This audio's crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Holy shit. What did I just do to fucking control center? Alright, we're gonna get our guns and
you've got a loadout drop inbound.
who the fuck do you think you are? Be honest.
Marking the rest of them.
Who the fuck are you?
We've located the rest of them.
Oh fuck.
Marking the rest. Hunt down the rest of them.
I just get poisoned?
We've located the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm two boxing.
From that squad. Hunt them down. Gas is closing in. Still, marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get down. Marking the rest of them. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Kill confirmed. We've located the... Strike squad still operational in the area. Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted.
Holy shit, you're actually ass at the game.
Resurgence is about to end. Make it count. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area. Overhead. Gas is moving.
Okay, this solo.
Loadout drop on the way. Fire sales over. Adjusting prices. Marked remaining operator from that squad. Hunt them down. Find cover.
And they're throwing everything. What? He was laying down? No! Shot!